You can tell I'm not a big YouTube liver. Although I do have restream, and we will be restreaming very soon. We're just hanging out with some ducks. We're going to dump the pool, which I look silly. What are you wearing right now, duck? Well, I don't want ticks. So if you put your pants on, tuck your socks, your pants into your socks, and then tuck your shirt in, you're less likely to get ticks on you. And sitting out here, we do get ticks on us. It's crazy. I think what we can do is move their pool over here closer to the pond. And I want to move some of these rocks because now that I think about the pond, it's going to be tough for the ducks to get in and out of it. So I might have to move some of these rocks out the way and make it easier for them just to walk up and down, and we'll have to do some form of steps. We put up the gutter. It is very cabbage patched, so I hope when the rain comes it doesn't just drain and fall out and it fills up in here and makes its way down the line the right way. I'll have to come and uncabbage patch this stuff. I call it cabbage patch because it's probably the most PG thing to call it. But we've got some big gallon jugs of water, so we'll fill it up. The ducks, I don't know if you can see their little thing that I built them. Yeah, you can see it. So their ramp right here is pretty narrow, and the ducks aren't very keen to using it. They like to just look off the edge and then fall off of it, and to avoid them hurting their legs, I am going to have to take this out and then get like a bigger piece of plywood, probably a longer piece to make it a little less steep for them. So this is all a work in progress. Never claimed to be perfect, and we live in BFE, so I can only go as quickly as I can make money in BFE. If you don't know what BFE is, ask your parents. But, alright, first step, probably gonna get some of this water out of the pool, put it in their pond. Why am I dumping dirty water into a pond? Well, because we're supposed to get rain soon, and they're not gonna be swimming in it anyways for a long time, so not even that dirty. They don't swim in it all day long. But I do want to clean it out. It's really not even dirty, to be honest. But I am going to fill up more jugs of water. That's what we've been doing recently. Where we're at in Tennessee, we're going through a drought right now. And I don't even really have a whole lot of drinking water at the house. You know, we're 100% relying on that out here. Get out of here, stick. I almost broke my ankle this morning. I was trying to, well, not trying to, I did. I came out here with some food, a little bag of food for them. I keep their feet up at the house because the cats, you know, they keep the mice away. So we don't have to worry about, you know, mice getting into their feed if I keep it at the house. So I keep their feet at the house. Holy rocks. So many little rocks over here. They'll come in handy when I start doing some updates to their rocks here around the pond. I didn't think this through very well. Come on. We do things the hard way around here. That's the life that I chose, doing things the hard way. it and do anything. Jeez Louise. I'm just wasting water, making it wet over here. Yeah. Look at me go. Look at us go. Alright, we're going to keep the pool over here for now. Got my socks wet. Get excited. Oh boy. Yeah, when I try to do stuff out here, I keep a good attitude, but I do make myself angry all the time. I'm usually angry at myself. Come on, duckies. You want help? They'd rather run away. Alright. Alright, duckies. Trying to fill your pool up so you can swim. See, when I got it on this project here back in February, it seemed way easier back in February than it actually is now. Now it's like, holy cow, what did I get myself into? I was not ready to have ducks, but we made it work, you know. This water is from the lake. I went down to the lake and I filled up all the buckets, 2 of these jugs and a couple gallons, just so we could have water for the ducks, because like I said, we're in a drought and everything is dried up. Everything. Everything is dried up. So the ducks pool can stay like this for a couple of days, and then at some point this week, maybe tomorrow, we'll pack the ducks up. We'll bring them down to the river, do a little bit of paddle boarding, a little bit of duck time, you know, in the water and nature. And I'll take all these jugs and fill them up with water again from the river. So that way we have, you know, water for the ducks. I use the big jugs for their pool, and these buckets I save for their little, you know, water. I got like a little water tray in their house. Because we don't entirely have the fence line put in yet. We've got a little bit of the fence up, but man, I started working a new job on April 1st. And I don't know what it is, but their HR is like dragging their feet. And I still haven't gotten paid, so I'm like really upset with it. And you know, the plan I had for the month of April was, hey, I'll get paid at least twice in April. That'll give us enough to go get the rest of the fence line. And you know, by next month we can have some leftovers to finish doing what else we need to get done. And that has not been the case whatsoever. So yep, 2 of these fills up their kiddie pool all the way. It's 10 gallons. So we'll get 10 gallons of water out the river tomorrow. And then I've got 2 more buckets that are, I don't know, a couple gallons. We'll get the duckies out of their house. They like to hang out there, but they're still afraid of the little, you know, platform thing that I built them. And you know, it's my fault. I didn't think that the ducks would be afraid of it being so narrow and as steep as it is. I've just seen this outside of a lot of other people's, you know, chicken coops, duck houses, and I thought, well, this would be great. And they hate it. They don't even understand how to use it. So we're gonna have to take it apart, or really just unscrew it, get a wider piece of like plywood or something, and then put a longer, wider piece. I'll move their can out the way. I stick everything as close as I can. This is just full of shavings. There's no food in it yet. Pine shavings. But probably from here to the end, right here, and then make it come out about this far so it's not that steep for them, because this is just too much for the ducks. I like to get them out, but man, the ducks, they're afraid of coming out of their house because of that thing. So getting them in there and getting them in their house and taking them out of their house, I have to, you know, pick them up and put them down or whatnot. Come on, duckies. Come here, Bandit. Come here. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. He's screaming like it's the end of the world. It's okay. You too, Moxy. Come on. Come on, Moxy. Come here. Come here. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Look. See? You're okay. It's not that scary. But we have a treat for you, duckies. We got some peas. So we'll bring you guys with the peas over here. Hell, we could probably just set you on that bucket. That'd probably be the best thing to do. Just put you right in the bucket. Here, duckies. They gotta calm down. They're like, how dare you pick us up? You dare pick us up? You're okay, ducks. You're okay, duckies. Come on, come here. We got their minnow bucket right here. I don't know if y'all can see that little yellow thing. That's their minnow bucket. So I'm gonna bring that tomorrow when we go down to the river. I don't want to promise tomorrow because I don't know if I'm working tomorrow or not. After that email I sent their HR, I'm probably going to get paid before they ask me to come back. There you go, duckies. There's some peas for you. Just hanging out with Bandit and Moxy. We've got a lot of work to get done here. This is my first time building a duck sanctuary, so, you know, we learn the hard way here. Do everything almost the wrong way. Brady, how you doing? JX Nell, hey, how you doing? Appreciate y'all popping into the live stream. I don't really go live a whole lot, but I have been wanting to get back into it. Trying to juggle building the sanctuary by myself and managing video content and everything. It's a lot of work. And I apologize if our service isn't quite the best. We are in the middle of nowhere, so there's no Wi-Fi here yet. One of our goals by the end of the year is to get the Starlink system set up here so we can have internet connection that's stable. It's one of our goals by the end of the year, stable internet connection here. And I'd like to get like a solar powered, you know, camera, you know, like there's a section right behind us. I'd like to get a solar powered little setup, you know, because there's a sunspot right over here behind us. And if I could get a solar panel there, link the Starlink to it, you know, the battery, and then also like one of those outdoor cameras, we can run live streams 24/7. But that's going to be a pretty penny, so we're going to get that set up. probably not anytime soon. You're not going to see us getting duck TV up and running for a while because it's costly, and you know, I live in BFE, so the options of making a whole lot of money out here are very slim. But we'll get it done. We'll get it set up. We'll figure it out, and we'll run duck TV everywhere all the time. That'll be great. But until then, we're just going to be hanging out with some ducks, going live, letting you guys see, you know, letting you connect. They needed to get some swimming in, touch some grass, eat some peas. Since we don't have the fence line set up, you know, I come out here and make sure to give them time to walk around and do their stuff. They're almost big ducks. They still got a little bit of feathers left to grow. And I'd like to really get this fence line set up all the way around, because once that's the case, we can let them roam around all day. But until then, we can't really risk it. You know, there's some dogs that love to run around out here, and I don't trust the dogs whatsoever. So don't trust these dogs. Boom. And I can maybe find a somewhat safe spot to sit here. We're going to be tearing apart their rocks a little bit. I want to make an easy entrance and exit for their pond. We'll slowly and surely fill it. We haven't had any rain. Like, the whole month of April has been dry. We haven't had any rain in April. It's makes it really hot. And with the lack of water, it's hard to, you know, ducks require a lot of water. They're waterfowl. So when there's a drought, I mean, they really feel it. You know, it's not just a luxury, it's a lifeline for these birds. So we make it a point to bring them down to the river a couple times a week. Let them touch grass, eat minnows. Since I got that minnow bucket there, I'm gonna bring the empty buckets, empty gallon jugs, the empty 5 gallons or whatever, and that minnow bucket. We're gonna bring a lot to the river this next time we go. We've got a long way to go, duckies. A long way to go. Going live. You know, we've gone live a couple times. We went live on X last night, but that wasn't any duck content. I was just playing a game. It was like the middle of the night. I decided to fire up an X stream and live stream us playing a game. It was pretty fun. I don't play a whole lot of games. I don't have time for it most time. I might do it again tonight, like in the middle of the night, fire it up and play. If you guys want to follow along with the live streaming of a game, you know, hop onto the X page. I tried doing some lives last winter here on YouTube. But that was mainly just talking to other people in the world. We were doing like live spaces. I wanted to stream the live spaces. It's hard to stream out here other than at the house without Wi-Fi, because being here, I don't have much service. When I go down to the river, I don't have much service. When I'm at the lake, I don't have much service. Although, you know, hopefully this job, you know, once I get paid, we can start doing some stuff here. I did get an approval to bring the ducks because I work down at the lake. So I did get an approval to bring the ducks as long as, you know, they're easy to manage, which I'm sure by the time I get out there with them, they'll be, you know, big ducks, they'll be fine. But I can set up some live streams down there because we do have Wi-Fi at the little shack. We can set up some live streams while we're hanging out there in our downtime with the birds. I could do that one off my laptop. They didn't care much for the peas, they just wanted to preen their feathers. The peas. They say, we're bougie, we want to be hand-fed. We won't dabble for them, we want you to feed them to us. Are you guys not that hungry? I know somebody yesterday, I don't remember where it was, but they commented like, why frozen peas? Why not just thawed peas? And well, you buy frozen peas and when you pour them in the water, they thaw out. Like these are thawed now. You just pour them in the water and they're thawed. They're easy to eat. And they love keeping them in their pool because when they're playing around after they get done with all their preening, they'll dabble in the water just like normal. And you know, if there's something in there for them to eat, they enjoy it. So I just throw a couple of peas in there and they have some fun splashing around, and they also have something to nibble on. See, just like that. You do a little splashing, a little nibbling, having fun. I can't wait for their pond to get filled up again. We're through a drought. Once we get out of this drought here, once we get through this drought, the gutter I installed, I mean, we haven't had any rain yet to really see it, but I put the drain pipe, which that didn't fit that, so I had to cut it and then Gorilla Tape it around and then spray paint it so that way it's you know, waterproof or whatever. But I tried to angle it to where it goes right into here. I mean, it's kind of wet down here, not really much, but I wanted to angle it so that way it would just go right out, boom, boom, on the rock into their pond and fill it up. Their pond was filling. We had quite a bit of rain in March. I dug this out, did it in February. March came, we had enough rain to fill it up about halfway. And I thought April's on its way. Surely with all the rain we get in April, this pond will be full. And then the opposite happened. It got so hot and sunny because there wasn't all these leaves yet in the beginning of April, and it literally just dried the entire pond up. So this water that's in here is the water I dumped out from their kiddie pool to just refresh with clean water. So I guess we'll bring this over there. Hopefully there isn't, you know, bees in here or something. Hopefully there's bees in there. You never know. Oh yeah, there's definitely a hornet inside of there. So what I'm gonna do is take this over here. There's definitely a hornet's nest inside of that thing. You can't leave anything out here without hornets. I'm gonna have to spray the inside of that thing and hopefully not get stung. We're gonna figure that out off camera. That's gonna be too much to manage. But tomorrow, hopefully we have the time tomorrow, we can go down to the river and we can fill up all those jugs of water for them. We can take them out for a swim. We'll bring the paddle board so that way I can go float around in the river with them too. And we'll bring that minnow bucket. We can catch them some minnows. Because we bring some minnows back to their kiddie pool and throw some minnows in there. I'm sure they'd love to eat them. Ducks love eating fish. Minnows is one of their main sources of food out in the wild. And I try to keep, other than the protein feed that I buy them the Do More 20% protein niacin feed mix, you know, for ducks. Other than that, I try to keep their diet pretty natural. You know, peas, they would eat greens out here, walking around the grass, bring them out to the river. You know, they eat whatever they find out there. They don't really eat food when they go out there. They just dabble the whole time the shoreline. We brought them down to the lake like a week and a half ago now, and it was Tadpole City. the whole shoreline at the lake was nothing but tadpoles, and they had a tadpole buffet. We definitely did a number on the frog species out there. Oh, they're done with the pool. They said enough swim. Enough swimming. But this is super live. I can walk around and kind of show you a little bit. But this is our setup. You can see how dry it is. The ground is cracked. We haven't had any rain. But this is the little sunny spot. I'd like to set the solar panel up because a little bit of sun comes through here. That solar panel hits, it's enough to power the little lights that I put up. But I want to put the solar panel or so like right here, and then we can get like the internet. We could pop the internet right here, solar panel, and then we can do the outdoor camera. So that way the camera can always be like this. On all of the time, so that way at some point you can always see the ducks splashing around in their pond, because it will be filled. It's just a matter of time. We just need the rain, and I got to do the other side of the gutter so I can fill that barrel up and have excess water, so we don't have to ever go back out to the river with all those gallon jugs down there. We got that bucket, we've got 2 of the big blue ones, we got 2 of the other buckets, we got a couple of gallon jugs. And I got to go fill them up manually because of the lack of rain, so we can fill their kiddie pool, and then their inside of their house with their water tray has water. I was thinking, oh, I got to fill this pond up. There's no way I'm going to haul that much water to fill up this pond. It's just, that's insane. So we're going to have to rely heavily on Mother Nature for that. Please don't fall in there, duckies. But I'd like to get their fence line right now. It's not fully set up. I'd like to get behind here a little bit. Get their fence line back here a little bit, so that way they have some tall, stuff to walk around in and eat bugs in, and then bring it around here and then up around this tree, and then just kind of follow what I've already mowed out. But just from there, maybe up to that tree, and just kind of bring it around, so that way they have a portion of this that is untouched, unmowed, unkept, and they can walk around in it. It acts as a shade and gives them, plenty of food. This is just something temporary, and right now they're small enough to where they get right through this. This was a donation that we got. This is the wrong fencing for ducks, so it doesn't keep the ducks in. You can see they're still small to where they freak out when I walk away. So we'll have to fix the fence line for sure. I just put in a couple of T-posts and then did like a rough, okay. So this at least keeps the dogs out. The dogs aren't that smart, so they don't know if they do come over here to just go around. And if need be, I can just pick this up and then the dogs can't get in here at all. Because sometimes the dogs will run down here, and I don't trust any of the dogs around ducks. So we just make it work, Oh, they're back in the pool. They say, yep, we're back in the pool. It's playtime for ducks. It's ducky's playtime. We do get really big spiders out here. I mean, it's kind of crazy all the things that I've found out here already. The other day when I put this gutter up, I pulled apart this rock and found a spider the size of this duck's head. It was like a small-scale tarantula. I just put a rock on top of it and said, all right, I'll leave you alone. Didn't want to fool with that. And we have a ridiculous amount of bees and yellow jackets. We get the red wasps are out here like crazy. We spent the first month, the month of February that I was out here digging this pond. It wasn't really a big deal, but then March came around and those things started swarming this house. So we didn't even have the ducks yet. We got the ducks like right at the end of March. So the beginning of March, I spent the time being out here just like killing wasps. It was pretty crazy. And there's still wasps. Like I moved that minnow bucket and I look in there and there's a wasp on a little nest in the top. So that thing's gonna have to get taken care of. And I'm gonna have to clean that out once I spray the wasp killer in there. I'm gonna have to clean it out before we put minnows in there, because I don't want to feed wasp killer minnows to these ducks. Duckies. the thing I do for ducks. Look at those big wings. You're getting such big wings. Yep, honk. The way they're both quacking, I'm starting to think they're both going to be hens. They're at that age where you can start to determine what they're going to be. And I think they're both going to be hens. Just because of the way they're quacking. They sound similar. And I haven't actually raised like a male duck, a drake yet. Every duck that I had raised from an egg has been a hen the past few years. So they're both sounding like some hens. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. We got a lot of stuff to get done around here. Yeah, we do. It's going to be a process, but we've got an idea in mind of how we'd like to do our live streams here in the future. Not a big live streamer, so we'll get into it. I know I'm not the most exciting. That's why I'm on YouTube and not TikTok. I was like, I should go live on TikTok, and then I thought most live streamers on TikTok are doing some crazy stuff to, I don't know. And that ain't me. We're just hanging out, so we're gonna go on YouTube. YouTube typically has a, not hating on anyone from any platform, but I really like the YouTube. I really like everybody on YouTube. TikTok's very brainrotty in my opinion. Oh, would a leaf fall on you? That's funny. Look at those big old wings you got, Bandit. I'd say another couple weeks and their baby fluff is all going to be gone. They're slowly starting to grow in their feathers. They're about halfway feathered out, which is pretty typical. I mean, they're about, what, 6 weeks old? They hatched out March 15th. It's the 25th of April, so they're about 6 weeks or so. Well, hey there, big spider. What are you doing, Moxy? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Ducky? You guys just eat the grass. The little piece of grass, you just eat it. Not all the grass everywhere else, just that one little piece. You want to go back by your pool? Go back by your pool. They say we're just following you. Oh, that's my finger. Getting a phone call. I'm gonna get about 6 of those. These are good, huh? They're real good. Oh, that's my finger, Duck. Oh, there's plenty of peas in the pool still. You just gotta look for them. Oh, I heard a turkey. Don't eat those. Don't eat those, duck. Your mouth's gonna start itching. I'm telling you, you don't want to eat that. Those are itchy. I gotta take them out. I didn't know what they were. Now we know what they are. We gotta take them out. Trying to eat my shoe. You think my shoe tastes good? What do you think you're doing? Don't go in there. Says, I like standing on rocks. It ain't ready for you yet. Says, I think it is though. I'm telling you, duck, you go in there, I'm gonna have to fish you out. Don't do it. You're not gonna like it. I wish it was full. This would be a lot better for the ducks than this little kiddie pool. But it ain't full. We have had no rain this month. You can see where it filled up in March. That little line all the way